Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. I think you can guess what day yesterday was. It was D&D day, which means I get to do another update on Nettle and another diary reading. I will say, I have been taking a lot of time doing her diary writing this time round and trying to make them a bit more in depth and with your suggestions get more in line with her feelings with the campaign, and I think it's been really good. I'm really excited about this update. Safe to say, things got a little bit spooky, but yes, without further ado, I am very excited to show you and share the diary with you. Day 1, evening. Don't go out at night. The day passed quickly, and before we knew it, our first afternoon was upon us. While I was curious about the village, my sense of survival took the lead, deciding that foraging for any useful plants to rebuild my stockpile would be best. I don't know why, but for some reason my knowledge of identifying plants seems to be lacking. Perhaps it was the thumping headache from my horns or the disorientation from the new Florine, but for some reason I was having a hard time identifying anything. Lucky for me, Collie decided to join me on my little outing to the edge of the woods. A good thing too, because with his help we found witch hazel, meadowsweet and yarrow. I did wonder if I should ask Collie about how he was doing with his new plant-like features, but I couldn't find the words. How do I even begin to approach the subject? Sure, my sheep legs were wobbly and the lamb's ear that clung to my skin was uncomfortable, but it was nothing compared to what Collie was going through. Collie was tall, inhumanly tall, with a blank stare that felt as if it was looking right at you, searching for something. It was unsettling to say the least. Those eyes that had been full of such curiosity were now just black voids. I don't think that's the worst of it though. The poor boy clutches to his chest as if something is missing. I want to help when he's ready. With our finds in hand, we headed back to the church to regroup with the others. Riley had been scouting and found a protective wall around the village. Theo had spent some time with Gran, and Lauren went looking for some of the books the locals had. They found a few useful ones, and while we can't understand the words, we can understand the pictures. Some were about farming, cultivating, cooking, and one in particular of interest depicted a collection of illustrations of monsters. Nothing like I had ever seen during my time in the woods. I could only hope they were just fairy tales. As the light dimmed, we decided to find a safe place to spend the night. Now, while the church still had an intact roof, it had many broken windows and doors that would need fixing. So, as much as I missed the comfort of my bed, we settled on a sleepover at Riley's house, as its walls seemed to be the most sturdy from the cold and wind that whistled through the empty streets. His place was cozy, full of patchwork quilts, scattered weapons, and sunflowers that all turned to look at him as he entered. It was unsettling, but not unexpected, with how sunflowers bloomed and weaved throughout Riley's form. It was a beautiful transformation in comparison to the horrors some of us now appeared like. It was strange to be sleeping somewhere surrounded by others. The place felt so alive. I must admit, despite being a bit of a lone wolf, I didn't hate the company. The idle chatter was pleasant, warm and friendly. Perhaps I could even call them friends now. It's a happy thought. Before bed, I said my prayers to the sleeping god. It was the first time since the festival, and I don't know what I was expecting. But I'm sorry to say, I was met with silence. There was no feeling of acknowledgement, no words that came to me, no song in the wind, just empty nothing. I swallowed my disappointment and tucked into the quilt Riley had thrown to me. Deacon my ever-faithful hand tucked around me. He knew I would never say out loud. As my eyes started to drift off into the lulls of sleep, they were interrupted by the stark sound of horse whinnies outside. Riley and Collie rushed down to check on their mounts, but they were not gone long. Shouts, hurried steps, and eventually a slammed door downstairs mocked their presence. With the quilt draped around my shoulders, I looked down into the stairwell to find them both on the floor, and out of breath. Collie's legs looked in terrible shape, and Riley appeared to have been kicked in the spine. A large muddy boot mark against his back. They muttered about something outside, the thing that Lauren had seen in the book the villagers had. The grub. A creature that was all legs, no matter how you saw it. Its torso would be conveniently out of view. Looking out at it from the window, the moonlight made its legs look like thin tree trunks. A chilling thought came to me then. I wonder how many of the trees in the distance were something else. As I stood in shock, Lauren rushed over to Riley, helping them up and checking he was okay. He was not. But the strangest thing happened. As Lauren comforted him, lulling kind sympathies to him, plant roots sprouted from one to the other, and as they faded, so too did Riley's pain. With a sudden rush of healing, Riley sprinted to Collie's side, checking that he was also okay. And as he placed his hands on his twisted legs, a faint warm glow radiated off of him, and he, too, was healed. It was easy. It was too easy. Staring down at them from the stairwell in disbelief, my mouth agape, the only thing I could manage to get out was, "You healed them? With magic?" I have to admit, my feelings are all a muddle. While I'm glad they're okay, it simply wasn't fair. My whole time in Florine, I had spent training to be a priest in a good apothecary. With the sleeping god gone and the church empty, I had intended to pour my heart into healing. But now, even my herbs have no use. Where is my place in this new Florine? Why was I not worm food like the rest of the village? I have no sudden urge for magic like the rest of my neighbours. I've always wanted to live a simple life of hard work, survival and sacrifice. I can't understand it. One thing I do know is that the forest doesn't give without taking. That magic will come at a cost. And with the transformations we've all been through, I shudder to think what we may lose next. Goodness me, that was an eventful session. And a spooky one at that. Poor Nettle is going through it a bit right now with a bit of an identity crisis after her whole transformation and everything. And with her fellow party members also changing, things are not getting easy for her. I'm also excited to see what other monsters we end up encountering in Florine. They're definitely a scary sort. But yes. Anyway, our next session is in 2 weeks. So I will look forward to doing another update then. But in the meantime, I hope you have fun on your adventures and stay spooky. Bye!